Monkey D. Luffy is the main protagonist of One Piece. He is the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates and one of the Yonko. One of the main reasons for his strength is his devil fruit. He possesses the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika, a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit. Straw Hat ate it accidentally after mistaking it for a regular fruit. The devil fruit allows him to tap into the might of the sun god, Nika. Toward the end of the Wano Country arc, Straw Hat awakened his devil fruit and dubbed it Gear 5. Straw Hat is at his freest while using this ability, and it grants him an incredible amount of power, making him one of the strongest characters in One Piece. However, Gear 5 is not without drawbacks, and if an opponent were to figure out these flaws, Straw Hat would be at a serious disadvantage. Ichiro Oda revealed a long time ago that Zoan-type devil fruits are quite different from the two classes. He stated that Zoan-type devil fruits have their own will. The same was confirmed by the Gorosei in the Wano Country arc. The will of these devil fruits can eventually overwhelm the user's own. The jailers of Impel Down suffered from the same problem. Due to repeated usage, they lost their sanity and turned into animals. They were incapable of reverting to their human forms, which made them more feral. Needless to say, this applies to Straw Hat's devil fruit as well. If he keeps using Gear 5, Nika will take over Straw Hat's body permanently. Straw Hat will lose his mind, and Nika will gain control, which may not be as bad as turning into an animal, but it is still a drawback. It will be interesting to see how Straw Hat handles this flaw. Mugiwara used Gear 5 for the very first time against Kaido. After Mugiwara was knocked out by the Yonko, Nika made full use of the opportunity and took over his body. The change in Mugiwara's heartbeat signified Nika's Joy Boy's return. Zunisha said that it sounded like the drums of liberation. While fighting Kaido, Mugiwara often lost control over his transformation. His face visibly aged and became saggy, which is a clear indication that Gear 5 drains energy rapidly. If Mugiwara becomes over-reliant on Gear 5, the severe loss of energy repeatedly might lead to a shorter lifespan. Mugiwara gave up a chunk of his life when he agreed to undergo Ivankov's operation, so he cannot afford to lose more years of his life. The only solution is to use Gear 5 only when he really needs it. Straw Hat has plenty of gears in his arsenal, with Gear 5 being the latest addition. He started off with Gear 2, which boosted his speed and strength, but it was lethal to him. Subsequently, Straw Hat created Gear 3, which increased the size of his body. This particular gear enabled Straw Hat to crush big objects, such as Navy warships, without much difficulty. During the time skip, Straw Hat created Gear 4 while training with Rayleigh. This gear has 3 different variants: Bounceman, Tankman, and Snakeman. Bounceman substantially increases his offensive ability, while Tankman helps him with defense. Meanwhile, Snakeman bolsters Straw Hat's speed. All of Straw Hat's gears amplify his power in one way or another, but there is a limit to how long he can use them. Straw Hat has not mastered Gear 5, and it clearly seems that he cannot maintain it for an extended period. So there is a chance that his overall stamina will continue to decrease, which in turn will reduce the duration of his other gears. The Hito Hito no Mi model. Nika has been called the most ridiculous power by the Gorosei. As previously stated, it gives Straw Hat a lot of freedom. However, it seems that Straw Hat does not understand all the pros and cons of Gear 5. Straw Hat takes a lot of time to recover in this form, as proven by his fight with Lucci. The Straw Hat had to wait a long time to regain his energy. Luckily, he could afford to rest after fighting Lucci, but he won't have the same luxury all the time. There are still many powerful characters in One Piece that Straw Hat has yet to fight, and if he uses Gear 5 to fight them, he will be at a serious disadvantage, especially if he cannot finish the fight within a certain limit. Mugiwara's devil fruit makes his body rubbery, which allows him to increase his physical abilities. Mugiwara is extremely creative with his devil fruit, and he has already used it to create so many transformations. Each form has its own perks, but they all have one common flaw. Mugiwara's body remains prone to sharp objects. Back in the Whole Cake Island arc, fans saw Cracker nearly slice off Mugiwara's arm even when he was using Haki to defend himself. When Mugiwara used Gear 5 in Wano, Kaido stated that the young pirate was still prone to slashing attacks. While it is true that almost all characters are prone to blades and other sharp objects, his weakness is highlighted in particular as it bypasses his devil fruit's defense. He can use Haki to defend himself, but it does not work all the time.